All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
We are in big trouble. Southeast South youths no longer joining the Nigeria military. Chief of Army Staff Labaja cries out in loud voice. Hear the news in detail. The Chief of Army Staff of the terrorist Nigeria Army, Lieutenant Colonel Labaja, has cried out in loud voice as the Igbos, or should I say the Biafran youths entirely, have rejected the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist military. He is no longer hiding it. As you can see on your screen, I will go straight to the news, which comes from Daily Post Nigeria, and this is their title. Army recruitment. Chief of Army Staff COAS decries on the representation of rivers, South, and Southeast. Osetigo, recall that during my live broadcast last week, I showed you how the Zoo Janjaweed is currently begging the people, advertising that it is now free to join the military. They were begging the people to come and join, advertising their flyer. That happened during my previous live broadcast. I think that was last week. And today, they are now crying out. We are going to analyze this properly, but first of all, let me read the article in details. The Chief of Army Staff, COAS, Lieutenant Colonel Taoreed Labaja, has raised concern over the low representation of River State, as well as the South and Southeast regions in Army recruitment effort. What does that tell you? We will come to the analysis. Let me continue. The Acting Director of Supply and Transport Services at Army Headquarters, Department of Army Logistics, DOAL, Brigadier General Wito Nzide, made the statement when urging stakeholders and leaders in rivers to motivate their youth to pursue careers in the security forces. There is no career in the security forces. As far as the zoo is concerned, there is no career in the security forces in the zoo. The only career you have in the security forces in the zoo is to buy and or be sent to God for proper judgment. Wherever they post you, if they post you in the north, Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, Ansaru, ISWAP, all of them, they will buy you. Whether you are in the core north or in the middle belt, they will buy you. If they send you in the east, the Biafra Defense Forces will always send you to God for proper judgment. So you are not, your security is not guaranteed. If they ever send you to the west, unless you are lucky, they send you to Lagos. Only in Lagos will you be free. Only, I said only. But if they ever send you to any other part of Western Zoological Republic, bear it in mind that Fulani herdsmen terrorists will buy you. They will buy you there. Miyetti Allah will buy you in the western part of the zoo. Unless you are being sent to Lagos. That means all the Zoo Janjaweed army should be, in Lagos State. That is how bad it is. Now let's continue. Nzide spoke on Tuesday when he led a sensitization team on the ongoing Nigeria Army 88 regular intake for trades/non-tradesmen and women to River State. Oh, I never see anything. Your downfall has just begun. The team arrived in Rivers with the sole aim of sensitizing the people on the need to motivate their youths to join the military. How can you join the military when you know that, number one, the military is a terrorist organization being infiltrated by the Boko Haram? The military has been infiltrated by Boko Haram, and the Boko Haram did not just infiltrate the military, but the military high command brought in Boko Haram into the military, which they call repentant Boko Haram. Before the end of this broadcast, I will show you something else that is going on already. Nzide stated that Rivers was leading other states in the South with the lowest representation in recent recruitment into the military, lamenting that Rivers was not utilizing its quota in army recruitment. He insisted that his Chief of Army Staff was worried by the development, saying it was the reason He sent them to visit the state and sensitize the indigenes and encourage the youths to take advantage of the ongoing recruitment to join the military. They are begging. Did you see the video that I showed you 2 days ago during my live broadcast where children of 10 years were recruited into Nigerian military? Did you see the video? If you saw that video, let me know in the comment section. Things are going on, my people. The zoo is finished completely. The entire Biafra has rejected the zoo, and you can see the effect on your screen as we read further. He said, the Chief of Army Staff, in his wisdom, has sent us to carry this message to the nooks and crannies of not just the Niger Delta, but of course Rivers State, that you are not utilizing your quota in the Nigeria Army. I am here again as a son of the soil that I am to emphasize on the need why our young sons and daughters need to join the army. Anyị etigo zoo mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi. Anyị etigo zoo mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi. They are running helter skelter. They don't know how to end it. They don't know where to end. They don't know. In fact, all these ifanka elugo dagono wa. Anyị etigo zoo mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told every Biafran to resign from the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist military, and our Prime Minister Mazi Samonekpa made the same call some years back, maybe 2 years ago, and they thought it was a joke. And today you have seen the effect. The zoo na bagaragara aka dagofa ayata dagofaka. This is a sign that Biafra have completely rejected the Zoological Republic. Nobody from Biafra land will ever join the zoo army again. Nobody. Because even those who were there before the infiltration of Boko Haram are now resigning. Some of them are running away. Some of them are resigning properly, go back to their various homes. Some of them run away completely, run even outside the zoo, which they call Japa. The zoo Janjaweed soldiers from the southern part of the zoo are now taking Ben Johnson. They are now taking Ben Johnson. I'm telling you what I know. They are taking Ben Johnson. Now the idiot continued. The Chief of Army Staff has carefully selected some Niger Delta officers and has asked us to use the newsmen in the Niger Delta to tell the youth of Niger Delta that they are not filling up their quota in the Nigeria army. They are begging. This thing we are complaining about is more prominent in the Niger Delta and the southeast. Did you get that? He said this thing that we are complaining about, which is the youth of Biafra rejecting to join the zoo terrorist army, that is what they are complaining about. He said it's more prominent in the Niger Delta and the southeast. So that means the entire Biafra region have rejected the terrorist military. Now, and this has raised the question that why we need to always come here all the time. Ose Chigon, have you now seen what the zoo is passing through? Have you now seen the reason Musa always come and cry on the national television? Have you now seen the reason? This is the reason. Because no Biafran youth, I can assure you that one, I can assure you 1,000,000%. There is no any other region that has more population in the entire Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom than Biafra land. Whether they call it south, southeast, or whatever, the entire Biafra land, in fact, the old eastern region of the zoo, go and confirm it. Just go and make your research. The western region is only Yoruba, which they are nowhere near the number of Igbos alone. Only Igbos. No, Yoruba does not near the number of Igbos in population. Go and make your research. Go and make your research. Are you going to tell me the north, northeast, or northwest? Which region has more population than Biafra in the entire Zoological Republic? No one. It is only the Biafra land that has the highest number of people in the entire Zoological Republic. So if the region that has the highest number of people the highest population in the entire Zoological Republic, have refused to join their terrorist army, then nobody is joining. Nobody is joining the military. That is the reason why they always recruit the so-called repentant Boko Haram into the military, because they lack numbers. Because of what? They lack numbers. I promise to show you something before the end of this very broadcast, and then I want you to see this. Now, I want you to look at this very, publication from Sahara Reporters. Look at it. They said, repentant Boko Haram militants flee with government-issued firearms, vehicles in Borno. Did you get something here? Repentant Boko Haram militants flee with government-issued. Maybe you do not understand that word. Issued firearms. Flee with government-issued firearms. Government giving firearms to do what? After recruiting them into the terrorist army, issued firearms to them, uniforms and vehicles, as now official Nigeria soldiers. They have run away with the firearms, given to them the uniforms and of course vehicles. This is Sahara Reporters. It is a Zoo media platform which the owner is a politician who is fighting to become the president of Nigeria. So you don't expect them to write anything that will go against the existence of the zoo. They can never write anything that is against the existence of the zoo. If it's propaganda, they can never try it. So this is reality. You are just seeing reality on your screen. It is staring at you, my people. Thank you, my people. To salo no mozia kona bottle and make it go viral.